Hi guys, well in this video I'm going to give you some vocabulary that is related to the topic hometown. So for example, you ask the questions such as so tell me about the place where you live. So what are the pluses, what are the minuses, so what has changed over the years. So this vocabulary probably will be useful and helpful for you. So let's get started with the first adjective that I have prepared for you. So it is vibrant. So vibrant city. So New York is a vibrant city that never sleeps. Well, so when we say that the city is vibrant, we mean that the city is full of enthusiasm, full of energy. Such city usually attracts people because there is a lot of work opportunity. So there is a lot of investment in such places. Well, so it's so dynamic that people would love to be the part of it. So dynamic city. So the dynamic city, it's the city that is constantly changing, that is constantly adapting to the new circumstances, to the new challenges. For example, here, Dubai is a dynamic city that constantly evolves and innovates. We all know that Dubai has completely changed over the certain period of time, and it's not longer the same city that it used to be. So yeah, and we can call such city as a dynamic city. Let's move on to the next collocation, high-rise buildings. I think that you can understand by looking at the picture what it means. So high-rise building, it's a building that has a tall structure, so with the multiple floors. For example, at the moment, I'm living at the 20 floor, 22, sorry, floor building. It's a high-rise building. Well, and here is an example. Very often, the high-rise buildings are a symbol of the city's prosperity and ambition. Yeah, why not? Okay, so sprawling city. Sprawling city is the city that is growing, and actually it's growing gradually. So when their population is is growing too, there is like not enough of space, so the city is expanding. So one of the example, so for example, in Russia, Moscow is a sprawling city. So yeah, there is not enough of space. We can see that suburb areas are so now the part of their city. So here is another example. Jakarta is a sprawling city that faces challenges such as congestion, pollution, and inequality. Yeah, so yeah, if the city is sprawling, the problems are multiplying. So pollution is getting higher. Yeah, it's not also so the good thing for the city. Okay, so hectic city. Hectic city is also kind of the dynamic, so vibrant city, but it has so much activity that it's sometimes so difficult to keep up with their fast-paced lifestyle. And so if you live in a hectic city, sometimes probably you might feel exhausted or oppressed by the pace that city is offering you. Yeah, so here is an example. She struggled to adapt to the hectic city of Tokyo, where everything was fast-paced and competitive. Okay, so congested roads. Congested roads, these are the roads that have much more traffic than it usually can handle. And so traffic jams, so in rush hour, so these are the actually results of congested roads. So lots of pollution in such a city. It's difficult to commute to work because you might just got stuck. You might just get stuck, sorry, on the road. Okay, so the example. The congested roads were a sign of the city's rapid growth and development, but also a source of frustration and pollution. Okay, so Another adjective to describe the city, it's a cosmopolitan city. Cosmopolitan city, I would say it's like a global city that welcomes different traditions, different religions. It's like a melting pot of different nationalities. So it's a diverse city, I would say, and it's a tolerant city. So she felt at home in the cosmopolitan city of New York, where she met people from all over the world. Okay, next. Rundown buildings. Well, rundown buildings, we can see looking at the picture, so that the state of the building is not good. So, and usually rundown buildings, they are quite old, they are damaged, and they usually located in a rundown area. So the area that is neglected, that is abandoned, and nobody cares about this place. And so very often crime rate is very high. Well, example, he walked past the rundown buildings that lined the street, feeling a sense of despair and hopelessness. Okay, next. Deprived area. The deprived area, it's the area that is lacking essential things such as education, public transportation, a healthcare system is not developed there. So it's a poor area. And when you live in such place, you might face lots of challenges, because probably you would not be able to find a job for yourself. And here, example, the government announced a new plans to invest in the deprived areas of the country where unemployment rate was very high. Okay. Suburb area. Well, suburb area, it's something that outside the city itself, but at the same time, it's not far away from the city. Usually, suburb area. So in suburb area, there are single family housing. It's a different lifestyle, and people who live in suburb area, they usually commute to work, having their own car, so they might live in suburb area, but it might take maybe an hour or so, a little bit more, so to go to work, because the city is like maybe 15 or maybe 25 kilometers away from this area. Usually people decide to relocate to such places because they are looking for some peaceful life where they can relax, and so just being away from hustle and bustle of their city. So he moved to the suburb area seeking a more peaceful and spacious lifestyle. Another word to describe the area that is outside the city, but it's even beyond the suburb, outskirt. And outskirts, usually it's a mixture of industrial area and residential area. It also might be green place, but it's less populated and much further from the city. He lived on the outskirts of the city where he enjoyed the tranquility and nature. So that is it. So this is that I wanted to present. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Along with this presentation, you will be given the exercises and mind map where you can find more words. So feel free to contact me. So bye, guys.